Hi, I'm Jen. This is your practice. This is about you. I want to help you feel better in your mind and your body. This might mean taking extra breaths. It might mean changing or modifying a pose. It might mean not doing a pose at all. It might mean doing something totally different than what I'm suggesting. It might mean falling, laughing, trying something new, just really being here for you. I want to help you to start your practice, get you motivated, and see what yoga might mean for you. I started doing yoga about a decade ago. I found it right after I had finished school. Being someone who was really anxious and always someone who was really hard on myself, it really helped me to just get out of my head. I found once I started yoga, I was just absolutely hooked. Between the breathing, between the calmness, the energy I felt after the class, it was just amazing. Being able to challenge both my mind and my body at the same time, it really changed my life. As I started working and now I sit at a desk all day, I found that yoga really helps me to manage my stress. It also helps me so I don't feel so stiff. And in 2013, I actually went to Thailand where I was practicing Mysore and Hatha yoga every day for about 4 weeks. Throughout my journey, I have done many styles. So, power yoga, hot yoga, Hatha, Mysore, Ashtanga, restorative, Yin, probably others that I'm forgetting. But I think I love all of them. I think they all have a place. It just depends on how you're feeling. It's your body, your vibe, your practice. Let's find something that's going to work for you. Now let's get started. Since we've all been doing a lot of sitting, I thought we would do a short hip opener just to kind of get a little bit more into our hips and just to start feeling a little bit better, in our hips and in our legs and all of that. So to start, let's go into child's pose. So child's pose is a nice relaxing pose. It's good to just get us grounded and kind of just get us here. So ready to kind of go into this flow. So to go into child's pose, we're just gonna go on our shins just like I am. We can either have our knees close together or they can be far apart. It's really going to depend on your body here. So you might kind of go down in child's pose and then think, maybe I want to try something else. Do that. So from here, I'm just going to inch out my arms and bring my forehead down to the mat. So from here, I can either take it active like I am, having my elbows up, or if I need something a little different, I might just bring my elbows down, nice passive, again, just to kind of get us here. So another pose, you can bring your arms back. So just pick something that's gonna feel relaxing for you and something that's gonna help you, again, just kind of get here. So from here, let's just breathe. We're gonna do 3 breaths here. We're gonna inhale through our nose and then exhale through our mouth. Inhale. And let it go, exhale. Inhale. And let it go, exhale. Last breath here. Inhale. And exhale. From here, let's go into our first downward dog. Now, if you've never done a downward dog before, what you're going to do is we're going to first start with our hands. So you want to have your hands firmly planted on the mat. You're going to want to look at your fingers. They should be nicely spread apart. This is so that the weight is equally distributed amongst your palms, so it's not too hard on your wrists. So you should see a lot of the weights kind of in each of the fingertips and then here on the heel of your palm. So from here, we're going to put some weight here, nicely distributed hands, and then slowly bring our knees up and back, bring the hips back. Now from here, you might actually have totally bent knees. This is really going to depend on your body. It's going to depend on your hips. So just find something that feels good. You want to have your hips pointed towards the ceiling, and you should feel a stretch kind of down your legs, maybe down your shins and your ankles here, just depending on if you're straight or not. And from here, we're just going to start pedaling it out a little bit. So let's just start moving. Do something that feels good. You may want to nod your head, yes and no, while just moving side to side, maybe even kind of doing a little bit of twisting motion, and then finally getting settled. So from here, we want a nice flat back. And now let's go into our hips. So to start, we're going to take our right foot and just place it between our palms. We'll then bring our knee down to the mat. And from here, we're going to do what's called a hip vinyasa. So here, the point is really just to kind of get nice and deep into the hips, open them up a little bit before we kind of go into some lunges and some other things. So from here, we're going to inhale from lunge and then exhale back to half split. We're going to inhale to lunge and then exhale to half split. So when we're in half split, you want your gaze to be about 2 feet in front of you. And this is just so that, you're really elongating the back here, you're looking forward, and really kind of try to go over the leg. So we're gonna do 5 of these together. So when you're ready, we're gonna inhale to lunge, and then exhale back to half split. That's 1. Inhale to lunge, and then exhale to half split. Watch these shoulders here. Try to bring them down. I have a tendency to bring them up too, so just try and watch for that. We're gonna inhale to lunge, and then exhale back to half split. That's 3. 2 more here. Inhale and exhale. Last one here. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's go back to our lunge position. We're gonna bring our arms up, nice strong arms, tuck that core in, tuck that tailbone, and just really try and get into the hips here. So bend that front knee and just put a little bit of weight here. Nice strong arms, and breathe. We'll do 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's bring our left palm to the mat and we're gonna go into easy twist. Right palm up. Now imagine that it's a nice straight line between your arms, as if you almost have a wall behind your back. If you want to take this a little deeper, feel free to bring up your back knee here. Otherwise, if you're with me, let's just keep it on the ground. And let's do 3 breaths in this position. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're gonna go straight into our half split. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit looser in the hips, so take notice if this feels different than it first did. And again, we're gonna take our gaze about 1 or 2 feet in front of our foot and really try and think about sort of going over. So we're looking like knee to toe kind of thing. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath here. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's go back into our lunge. This time we're gonna clasp our hands behind our back. Give ourselves a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. And again, just really go deep into the hips here, deep into the lunge. You may wanna inch back that back knee a little bit just to get a little bit deeper. And let's do 2 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're gonna go into our dragon pose. So we'll unclasp our hands and bring our palms on the inside of our right foot. Then we'll sort of inch our foot outwards a little bit, and this might be our pose today. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you might consider inching that knee backwards. You might slowly lift up the bottom of your foot here, being aware that your toes and your knees are going in the same direction. Otherwise, that could be quite hard on your knees. And the last variation here is coming down onto your elbows. So take a position that feels good for you. Again, you might need to inch that back knee. And let's take 3 breaths in this position. We're gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. From here, if you're on your elbows, we'll come back to palms and slowly come back into our child's pose. So from here, again, whichever variation is gonna feel good for you, take that one. Forehead down to the mat, and just try and see if you feel a difference in one hip over the other hip. So we've kind of done one hip now, and we've got the other one still to do. So let's do a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, let's make our way to the other side. So we're gonna bring our left foot between our palms and go back into that sort of lunge position. From here, we're gonna do those hip vinyasas. So we did 5 on the other side, so let's do another 5 here. Just to start, we'll just go over how that works. So again, we're gonna inhale to lunge and then exhale back into half split. So again, you really wanna try, each time we're breathing, try to get a little bit deeper in the hips with the intention of just opening up those hips a little bit more. So when you're ready, let's do 5 of these together. So we're gonna inhale and exhale. That's 1. Inhale and exhale. That's 2. Inhale and exhale. 3. Inhale and exhale. It's 4. And last one. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's go into our lunge, bringing those arms up, nice and active, core's in, and just breathe here. So really try and push those hips forward, really try to get into those hips, and let's breathe. Let's do 2 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're gonna go into our easy twist. So we'll bring our right palm to the mat and left palm to the ceiling. So again, if you wanna take this a little bit deeper, feel free to bring up that back foot, and otherwise, feel free to just bring that knee back down. And let's do 3 breaths in this pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's go into our half split, just bringing the hips back Again, gaze is a foot or two in front of the foot. Really trying to go over the foot. Nice flat back here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's go back into our lunge position, clasping at the back. Try to do the other clasp than what you did on the first side, just to balance it out a little bit. Again, really trying to open the shoulders here, and at the same time, digging deep into our hips. So let's inhale here and exhale. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's do our dragon. So we'll bring our palms inside that left foot and slowly inch that foot over to the left-hand side. This might be your pose here. If you need to take it a little bit more, then just inch back that knee. You may consider lifting the bottom of the foot here off. Again, making sure that your toes and your knees are in the same line or facing the same way. And lastly, we can bring our elbows down to the mat. Again, you may need to just adjust here, find something that feels good. And here, let's do 3 breaths in this pose. So we're gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's bring our palms back to the mat if your elbows were on the floor, and slowly bring our leg back into child's pose. So again, just take the variation that feels good for you and just see how your hips feel. Hopefully they feel a little bit more open than they did when you started. And let's just kind of dig in here, feel a little bit grounded. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's go back into our downward dog. So again, you may have some bent knees here. You may have them straight, might be some combination. And from here, let's pick up our right foot, knee to the ceiling, and just take a quick twist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And on your exhale, let's bring our knee right to the front here, behind our palms, going into our pigeon pose. So from here, we're gonna just inch back that knee, and this might be your pose today. If you can, then you might start inching your hands down, slowly going to elbows, and eventually getting that chest all the way to the mat, cheek to the floor, and holding it here. If that's just not happening for you today, maybe your knees are just not feeling this, what you can do instead is come onto your back and go into figure 4 stretch. So to do that, you're gonna just come onto your back, bring your ankle over that knee, and then either grabbing under the knee, on the shin, or potentially even up here, just bringing the foot a little bit closer to you, feeling that stretch here. So if you're doing pigeon, I'll just come back to that now, and let's breathe here. So in pigeon, let's do 3 breaths. Try to square your hips here. Try to really think about heaviness, bringing those hips down to the ground. It'll really help with kind of just opening up. And as you're breathing, when you inhale, let's lengthen, and exhale, just try to relax a little bit more in the pose. So from here, let's do 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, let's bring our palms back to the mat if they aren't already. And if you're in your figure 4 stretch, then just make your way into your downward dog. Let's just pedal this out a little bit, see if we feel a difference. And when you're ready, let's slowly bring our left foot up, our left knee to the ceiling. Breathe in and out. Inhale. And let's bring the leg right behind the arms, going into pigeon pose on the other side. So again, you may want to inch back that knee a little bit, slowly coming down to our elbows and potentially getting our chest all the way down, cheek down to the mat. Now, again, if this pose didn't feel good for you on the other side, feel free to do the figure 4 stretch. That'll feel really a lot better. It's a little bit easier on your knees. So just pick something that's going to feel good for your body. And from here, let's just stay here for 3 breaths. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's bring our palms back to the mat and let's get back into our downward dog and just pedal it out here. Shake it out. And from here, let's just come into our seated, coming onto our back and just slowly getting ready to close out the practice. So from here, we're gonna just hug in our right knee. Left leg is gonna be down on the mat. And here, just really look into getting a stretch on this side. So just let it go, relax, breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's take our left palm on our knee and slowly come into a twist. So we'll twist to the left side. You may want to bring the bottom knee in a bent position, or it can be straight. While you're in this position, really think about trying to get that right shoulder down to the mat. If it's not happening for you yet, that's okay. Just something to work towards, but using the right palm to support you. So let's breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's slowly come our way back to center, dropping that right leg down to the mat and bringing that left knee into your chest. Trying to relax here, really trying to get into the hip. Breathe in and out. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's twist to the other side. So we'll bring that palm down to the mat and slowly twisting over to the right side. You might feel a crack, which is okay. And then bringing that shoulder down to the mat if you can. Again, if that's not possible for you today, that's okay. Just something to work towards. So from here, just make sure that left palm is supporting. And let's do 2 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're going to come back into center, giving our legs a little hug here, maybe even going into happy baby to release the back a little bit, just grabbing the bottoms of our feet. And when you're ready, let's go into our Savasana. Now, today, we've been doing a lot in our hips, so you may actually want to just go up against a wall and have your hips and your legs against the wall. That can feel really nice, especially when you do hip stuff. You can also do it in a diamond pose, just like this. Again, just to kind of let the hips release a little bit. If neither of those are feeling good for you, then just go into normal Savasana. with legs open. Palms can be up or down, whichever is going to make you feel a little bit more grounded today. And from here, let's do 3 breaths together, and then we'll do a few breaths on your own. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Slowly start slowing down your breath here. Really starting to feel a little bit heavy. Last breath together. Inhale and exhale. Now as you slow your breath down, just take some breaths for yourself. Inhaling and exhaling. Everything should start getting a little bit heavier. Inhales and exhales a little bit longer. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, we'll slowly start waking the body up. Start moving those fingers and your toes. Maybe doing a nice long stretch, stretching out your arms and your legs to either side of the room. Then slowly coming to the right hand side, using your head as a pillow. And when you're ready, let's come and meet in seated position. From here, just try to find something that feels good for you. If cross-legged doesn't feel good, maybe go on your shins. Maybe just have your legs out. Just something that you feel supported in. If you've got blocks or pillows, you may want to have them near your knees or have something at your back. Just something that's going to make you feel grounded. And let's end the class here with 3 breaths. So when you're ready, we'll inhale and exhale through the mouth, letting it go. 2 more here. Inhale and exhale. Last breath here. Inhale and exhale. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today, and namaste.